Hello, it's Friday tea time, and I think we can all agree that it's been an odd couple of days. Am I gonna try and... oh, the camera's not pointed at the cat. That's so sad. I think maybe I can move it so that it is. See if I can give you cat cam instead of business cam, as it were. Right. Video. Webcam. Well, can't see it. There's the cat. Oh no, video. Gonna need you to... gonna have to find the video settings. Gonna need you to fix that. Oh no, Arcraft says, also you can manually call up chat. Some of us have been sitting here since 3. I am sorry for the late start. I did not wake up feeling great. My stomach's a little upset, and I had to sort some things out before I went live. And I still have no idea what I'm actually going to do. And am still failing to... there it is. Still failing to, Are we gonna... camera, I don't understand why you're... oh, I see what's happened, maybe. Is there a reason? Aha! That's better. Fixed it. Shep says I yell at Sarah in Twitter DMs. That's true. If any of you were concerned that I might, for some reason, forget to stream, you should know that about 2 to 3 minutes before a stream is meant to start, Shep sends me a DM in all caps. And as I'm saying that out loud, I'm muting my phone so that I also don't get a text message. Yeah, I have some tea. Maybe it's not, I'm not sick. I'm just a little bit stomach upsetty. Oh no, Mitchie UK also lies in wait on my Twitch, but I didn't realize everyone showed up to quietly lurk in chat until I said something. Yeah, that's right, Shep. I've already silenced my phone. So, I don't have a plan for today. I'd like to say that there was at some point a plan that fell through, but no. No, there's never been a plan. I never came up with one, and then suddenly it was already Friday. So I have some thoughts. I've got this blank page that I don't know what to do with, but I've also got this, if you remember, this romance poster that I started that I could politely sit in color. A nice, quiet, relaxing, add color to Regency romance sort of stream. But also I could switch to a video game, and we could play a game and chill out that way. There's our Subnautica game, there's our Stardew Valley game, but I also have so many other video games. There's a Short Hike, which is adorable. There's Gris, which is lovely and sort of melancholy and meaningful. There's just flipping through games. There's the bleak, empty snow world of The Long Dark, which is like a survival game. Do I have the Outer Wilds? I don't have the Outer Wilds. Could I get the Outer Wilds on stream for Mac is the question. Because that's where it would have to be to stream. Let's see. No, it's only on PC on the Mac. We'd have to play Outer Wilds some other time on the box. The box at the TV. Yes, it is also, Arcraft is also on PS4. Yes, I'd have to get it on PS4, and we'd have to switch computers entirely. So we're stuck at the computer. Otherwise, I'd have to turn off the whole stream and start over. Unicorn Duke also leaves the stream. Everybody apparently just opens the stream tab and waits. That's probably more efficient than any of the other things. Although I do announce it on Twitter usually. So we've got one vote for coloring, one vote for Outer Wilds, which we can't play. Although that does, I've been wondering about that. It does look like a kind of charming exploring game. Oh, and Mitch UK was watching someone play Dark Souls earlier. Yeah, Dark Souls is lovely visually, but I hate the gameplay. I got to a point in Dark Souls 3 where I got so angry I just stopped playing it. Okay, we've got a vote for coloring and a vote for the Long Dark, but they're both from Shep, so other people could vote. That would be cool. That would help. That would help balance. Coloring sounds good, but also anything goes really. You know what? Let's start with coloring. If we get gaming is good, coloring is good. Got 2 votes for coloring, 2 votes for gaming, but one of those votes is someone who voted twice. Start with coloring, and then if in a little bit that starts to be a little bit, either we finish or that starts to be a little bit boring for everybody, we can start a game of the Long Dark. Just trying to make this wallpaper right and failing. That's better. That's fine-ish. Okay. I can vote as many times as I want, says Shep. Yeah, that's fair. I could, Mitch UK, I could do Bloodborne, but again, I'd have to stop the stream, get up, and go over to the PS4, the magical box on the television, and boot that up. Also, I'd have to curse, and I do promise myself to try and keep Friday tea time, my nice little afternoon tea time, clean and family friendly. I don't know why I'm doing this voice today. Just feels like I should. And I regret to inform you that I can't play Bloodborne without cursing. Arcraft would prefer a chill game like Subnautica or Innsmouth Valley. Oh, bless. I think if we play again, we might go back to Stardew Valley because I was enjoying our darkest timeline of Stardew Valley. That was rather glorious. But regardless, you do want to finish this, and it's here, and it's, you know, something that we should probably get some work done on. And I know it's not the most exciting of everything. Ah, Shep says I have. The Long Dark is actually fairly visually striking, and it's not. It's an interesting sort of. It's like the apocalypse, but in Alaska. It's an interesting sort of empty. I quite enjoyed it when I played it. Octopus Gallery says Twitch has changed the chat font, and I hate it. Has it changed the chat font? Has that happened? I wasn't aware that that has happened. I don't notice a difference. Octopus Gallery, what if you have changed your chat font? What if it's a thing that you have accidentally done? Would we know? Let's see. No, I see no options to change it. Ah, Unicorn Voices is different on the computer on Chrome. Weird. So very weird. I don't know what to tell you. Is that the right? Yes, that is the right brush. Gotta get this door frame kind of in the background there. I mean, you know, if we're gonna do a poster satire, we should really go for it, I feel. And then, you know, those decorations that they have on old molding. Put those there. This music bot track always reminds me of the end of an anime. This is like the end credits of an anime. All right, good. Doorway. We can just delete that bit. I forgot the doorway before. Now. Yeah, Unicorn Dick, yeah, it's very anime ending. Ooh, will there be shading? I think there'll be some shading, yes. I haven't decided fully. I know I'm gonna do kind of flat coloring, like comic book cover kind of coloring. And I want to sort of mimic the teal theme of the original poster, just to kind of have a callback. But I don't know for sure beyond that. We'll find out as we go. We'll find out together. Let's grab a different brush. Let's look at our gouache brush options. You know you have too many brushes when you have to have cheat sheets. Okay, what kind of gouache do we need for this adventure? I think Blair 70. Gouache. It's spelled Gouache. It's a kind of paint. It's a water-based paint. It's sort of an opaque watercolor. Everyone is gouache gouache. Everyone is attempting to spell. Yeah, I learned how to spell it because I went to art school and it was a sort of an important staple. But anyway, I mean, it's digital, it's fake, but it's meant to mimic, you see. I know, computer. Gouache, yeah, it's, you know, it's gouache. Am I on the... Are you supposed to be doing the... Oh, I'm on the wrong on the wrong layer. Ooh, ganache. Gouache, gouache, ganache, gouache. Gouache, gouache, ganache. Oh, computer. Why do you have to think about it? You can do it. Don't worry so much, computer. Goulash and ganache not together. Okay. Now we're just saying related words. Now we're just being silly. And look, now we've made our craft hungry. See guar. Someone I went to college with did some stuff with guar. Once, many moons ago. They were a favorite of weird art school students. I feel the reasons are obvious if you're at all familiar with guar. Yay, colored ink work. Just... As I'm looking at this, I'm realizing that it overlaps the door in a weird place. And I'm wondering if I should let that stay, you know, as something that a strange historic builder did, or fix it for my own peace of mind. Or, as it occurs to me that I have the power to do, just move the door. I've chosen to just move the door. I've chosen to, to exercise artist privilege. I've just moved the things around. Hello, Angela's Folly. Yes, it is glorious, glorious wallpaper. If anyone recalls, I think that reminds me. I have been considering doing something silly, like I don't know, a sticker with our seal shield. But I don't know if it's just me that finds it amusing. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes I'm the only one who thinks something is amusing. And I'm okay with that. That's just a thing that happens sometimes. Sometimes the print that's my favorite is no one else's favorite. That's actually very common. Gleefully paper. You would gleefully paper a room with seal shields. Angela's Folly. Yeah, that seems, that's fair. It's quite an excellent little family crest. The silky family crest. It's true. Oh, bird D&D stick. Yeah, the thing about bird D&D stickers is they really need to be die cut, whereas a circle with a shield on it does not, which means it's less expensive. Although I've never really looked into getting stickers made now that I think about it. Oh, it could be fabric. It could actually be fabric. If anyone's familiar, Shauna Serene says I would use that fabric on a quilt. If anyone is familiar with spoon flower, it is, in fact, a print-on-demand fabric manufacturer. And I've used them for various things in the past, for Christmas presents, that sort of thing, you know. You know, the kind of things you need someone to print you fabric for. And it's quite good quality. I've made tea towels, I've made cotton prints. Oh, Shanna Serene sells some simple fabrics through Spoonflower. Nice. So you could, in fact, have this wallpaper as a fabric on Spoonflower. I would not stop you. I mean, I would facilitate it. I would not stop you, because you can't without my help. I don't need to stop you. I would assist in making that available. Is what I meant. Oh, let's see if we can match this background. There we go. Artcraft, I am still going to make pins of the Grumpy Unicorn. You are correct. You are not misremembering. The Grumpy Unicorn has the Nope pin, the Nope Unicorn pin, and the Expletive Unicorn pin. But I have been waiting until, well, originally I was waiting until there was a little bit less pandemic, specifically a little bit less pandemic in China, because all pin manufacturing is basically done in China. But that is still a plan. Locket with a Po2 face in it. Oh, that is... And its eyes move. Gothic horror. What? That is... Okay. Why is there a white... What layer is that on? How is it on none of them? Oh, I see what's happened. It's entirely my fault. Hang on. This is what I get for not labeling my layers. That's the door. Don't put a color fill on the door. It won't help. There we go. Oh no, the Po2 has worried Shep. Okay, Shanna Serene says that if I made this available, the pattern available on Spoonflower, they would buy at least a fat quarter. Okay, cool. Well, I will when I'm not so behind on work, I'll get a version of that color up. Probably a limited color palette, but not all green. Although I could do it all green. Anyway, I will see what I can do for you to get you excellent seal shield fabric. Ooh, got a link to some. Oh yeah. trick is... Oh no, I made chat go away somehow. Too many keystrokes in the wrong places. Come back. Come back, chat. Scruffy unicorn. I mean, probably, as long as it doesn't require me to draw a whole lot more scruffy unicorns. Spoonflower. Oh, I should point out that Spoonflower also does adhesive removable wallpaper. As you do. Yeah, exactly, Auntie Shepherd. Yes, I do. I do have like a million scruffy unicorns. It's true. This brush is just far too large. But I want to paint in the lighting. My computer is not happy about the use of this brush at this scale. It would prefer, if possibly, I used it at a normal size. Well, we can't have everything we want, laptop. I'm afraid you're just gonna have to deal with it. Let's see. Where is the light source? There-ish. I mean, it's a movie poster, so the light source is actually in multiple places to give best bounce and spotlight to the actors. But that's beside the point. Poor laptop. Its life is so hard. In fairness, I am making it do a number of things at the same time. But I don't feel like any of those things are so complicated that they should be mutually exclusive. Right, for the sake of argument, I'm just going to turn off the wallpaper so I can see what I'm doing with the people. Good. Now. Maybe let's maybe let's have that brush small. Good. That's probably for the best. Right, human skin, but with reflective green. That's good fun. Let's see if we can make it happen. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is funny. Oh dear. Well, oh, Hannah is hanging out with the sound. Hannah is hanging out with the sound off, and that means that they have no idea what I'm saying. I can say whatever I want. This is a hilarious color against the screen. We'll fix it in a second. I just wanted to get a baseline in there. You know what I also need to do? I need to clear the guides. There we go. Don't need those anymore. Octopus Gallery came back right on the words human skin. Well, now I hope you understand the context. And are less frightened. Ideally. Okay. Let's... bit that way. Arcraft says, when you said human skin with reflective green, I thought for a second this was going to become a Star Trek. The original series movie poster. Yeah, right? Vulcan skin with reflective green. No, it's that, what you get is, where... I'm gonna do an so here, let me, so if we wanted, say we wanted a shadow color. Yeah. So back here, you might get shadow that's a normal shadow. Just perfectly normal shadow color. A darker version of the skin. That same sort of red tint to it. But, okay, I'm just gonna put this there. Now, if I want to put that back. Now, over here, a bit too much. Just want a little bit of a color tint to it. So there we go. Then this shadow will have a little bit of the tint of the wall to it, you see. Yeah, look, color shading. What has the world come to? Yes, I know, Shep. I know his lips need color. I won't. Don't worry. I won't leave him a pale boy with no flush to his lips. Don't you worry. Saved. Saved for Arcraft's peace of mind. Let's add a little bit, just a little bit of maybe a 5 o'clock shadow here. Who knows what time it is or when he last shaved. He looks very clean cut though, our lad. Everyone's favorite, this hand. I feel like he's probably casting a shadow on his hand a little. But I don't want to overshade it. Leave it too much in the dark. What I do want to do is... Nope. Let's try that again. Pink his fingers up a little bit. At least your version of his hand makes sense. Yes, if you were not here for the original drawing of our friend, the Lord here, we discovered based on the movie poster. Yes, let's bring the poster over. Just compare hands here. We discovered some alarming photoshopping in this movie poster that was not immediately obvious, because definitely you don't focus on that hand because there's so much going on right here that it doesn't seem necessary to focus on the hand, but the hand is super wrong. And did not notice until I just essentially sketched it without thinking and then went back to like finish it and put it in and started drawing it. It was like, wait, what? What's wrong? What's happened? What's wrong here? And then we realized what was wrong. All right, let's give our lad some color. A little bit of a blush as a highlight, if you will. Make sure he's nice and pink. Yes, Shed pointed out that the thumb was making them uncomfortable. And investigation proved why. That it was just incorrect. All right. Let's see about the lady here. A little bit paler. A little bit pale. Possibly too pale. We'll try that. See how that goes. You know, we want her to keep her complexion. I think actually yeah, that little bit less saturated works better. Oof, sorry. Had to mute to sneeze. New fire in California means new smoke. Means irritated lungs. Oh, music bot. Stop muttering. No talking, only music. That's better. Oh goodness. How did I intend for this to work? What did these lines mean when I drew them the first time? I ask you. No, I feel like all of that was meant to be hair. Yeah, that makes more sense. Probably could have been clearer about that in the lines. Oh well. Angel's Folly is a fellow California resident. I nearly lost my crap hearing very illegal fireworks a couple of nights early in the week. Yeah, no fireworks. No fire. Arcrest says those lines meant future Sarah will figure this out. Yeah, I leave an unfair amount up to future Sarah sometimes. Just like, this isn't important to understand now. I'll work that out later. And that's how we get broken thumbs on sketches. Probably, Shep says that I said it out loud. Probably even said this is future Sarah's problem. That's been known to happen. Yeah, I try and be mindful of future Sarah when possible. But you know, sometimes these things happen. Well, I'm glad that the coloring is soothing. It's not always the most exciting process. But it's nice and sort of meditative and relaxing. It's just occurred to me. There. It's just occurred to me that I could make less of a mess as I did this. Yep, that's the right color. Just need to make that shape right. I'll fix it later, the person who was told to Photoshop in the hand. Yeah, fair, art craft. I think that they must have done something. My impression is that they've done something with the fingers to shorten them, to like squeeze them onto the poster so they're not awkwardly cut off. Possibly the whole lower arm. I don't know, it's awkward. Shona Serene with the wisdom, when you choose an action, you also choose the result of that action. Sometimes that means screwing yourself over later. True. So true. Having spent a lot of time doing things that weren't working when I should have been working. I absolutely know how that goes. Absolutely feel the outcome of those choices. Why? I ask you. Oh, that's why. That's easy enough to solve. Silly. I left the preserve transparency button on. That's all. Adrenaline spelled with a 1 in the middle. Sorry about your username and my attempt to say it. Says the brushstrokes and the hair are lovely. Thank you. I'm pretty. I'm adrenal. Adrenal. Yeah, it's adrenaline, but with a 1 in the middle. Oh, it's just adrenaline. Okay. They say I too am sorry about my username. Well, as long as we're all on the same page. I'm a little notorious for having to take a moment to parse usernames. So it's not just you. But once my brain said that all of the other letters in adrenaline were already provided, I wasn't sure what to do with the 1. Oh no, serious gamer name is serious. Yeah, that is kind of as a child of the early internet days, when Hackers was a new movie, and we still replaced letters with numbers in our usernames to be cool and modern. I know the feeling. serious business, says Shanna Serene. Yeah. My very first internet username included fire, but spelled with a Y. So leet. Yes, 133. I think it's 1337 is the way we used to say it in the olden days of the internet. So yes, I fully understand. Yes, 1337, because 1 is L, 3 is E, and 7 is T. Because the whole idea was that you replaced letters with numbers so that auto-reading things couldn't read your emails and things. At least that was what we told ourselves. I have no idea what the truth is. Oh no, Michi UK is a stream I was in the other night. Someone logged in with the name. Oh. Nope, I got nothing. It's a lot of letters and no vowels and 1s instead of vowels, so I guess I. Oh, Sir Wiggly McTwiggy. I got it. Wow. Took me a minute there. Octopus Gallery says all their usernames have been animal related. Yeah, I have had various usernames, but Sarah with T is the current one that's on everything. Which, I mean, in fairness, I was shocked too that it hadn't been taken on any platform. But it hadn't. So I got to make it mine. Everywhere. On everything. That's too much color. There we go. Oh no, Shep keeps managing to close the Twitch window. Twitch Mobile is a terrible app. I don't know who needs to hear that. Who needs to hear that it needs to be fixed? Who can solve this problem? But look, I'm sorry, it's bad. It's a bad app. It's me. I need to hear it. Oh no. Adrenaline. It's fine. It's fine on the internet, on the web browser, but yes. Sorry. Adrenaline points out that the wrench by their username does mean they work at Twitch, which is fair. Yes, I didn't mean to put that all on you. And a lot of things about Twitch work quite well. I am still using it. But I will never not be annoyed by the fact that I can't close the Twitch app on my phone and just listen. Never. I'll never not be annoyed by that. Sometimes I want to do a thing and save my battery and just listen to someone streaming rather than watch. There's not enough depth to this shadow, and I don't know what to do about it. I'll figure it out. Shep says, oh, is that what it means? Yes. Ah, good. Adrenaline is also annoyed by that fact. See, that's it, especially since all my musician friends are on Twitch right now. They say, that's the thing, especially now that the world is full of pandemic and every sort of event that you want to go to and every sort of musician and DJ and everything is doing live streams instead of concerts and things. Sometimes you just want to listen and not watch. Oh, good. Polls work on mobile properly now. That's excellent. If only I could figure out how to set one up while also streaming. It's too bad my moderator already came in and said that they're not actually watching or listening. So Hannah has no idea what's happening. No polls today. No polls today unless Sarah learns how to set them up, which seems unlikely. Anyway, that's my wish list. That's my wish list for Twitch, is that I would like to be able to have the mobile app minimized on my phone, but still playing. If YouTube can do it, I know you can do it, Twitch. I have so much faith in you. Oh, Angela's Folly wants to catch up on what's going on. What's the name of the movie this art is based on? Right. Let's bring up the satire again. Let's go back to the history. We'll pull this whole, make that small so you can see the whole thing. And bring over the Cordelia movie poster that we are mocking. Oops, my cat's in the way. Back over here. Solid poor choices in this movie poster. We've already talked about the photoshopping. But this is the movie poster we're reinventing. And if you missed the excitement, adrenaline, it says exactly what I was about to say, which is I still cannot believe that this movie isn't a romance. If you missed the Twitter hoopla surrounding it, what had happened was someone found the movie poster, posted it on Twitter, and was essentially like, this movie is supposed to be a horror movie. This movie is a thriller. No one sees this poster and thinks, a thriller. Everyone sees this poster and thinks, oh, that's a historical romance. It's definitely a historical romance. Obviously. Yes, Adrenaline. Please know that we care and we love Twitch and it works quite nicely. Don't take all of our complaints as displeasure. Just minor complaints. Thank you for working on making Twitch the way we now interact with the whole world because we don't go outside anymore. Hannah comes, I'm just going to credit you for the whole site. Yeah, that's today we've decided that Adrenaline has made the whole of Twitch. They are responsible for all of it. I'm gonna have to shade this hand properly based on the sleeve curve. Gonna have to make strong choices. What is outside Los Angeles fault? Yeah, outside is on fire now. Here, I don't know. Oh. Adrenaline says, did y'all see the Twitter thread of romance recommendations that came out of the movie poster? Because I made some library holds. Yes. There were some excellent threads with recommendations for romance that you could read. What we did, Adrenaline, is I said I would do this poster drawing if someone would write me the book jacket copy for the romance this was meant to be. And I got some excellent editions. Let me see if I can find the original link to that. Yeah, I think I've got that. There we go. If you wanna go through the original works of abbreviated fiction that were posted for this poster, some of them were quite excellent. Basically, I made a deal with Twitter that if someone would give me the book jacket copy, I would draw this. So that was excellent. I know that everything is tinted green, but the more I look at him, the more he's a little too green. No, that's the wrong. I'm gonna fiddle with him just a little bit. No, that's a little bit too... Like, I know that the wallpaper is affecting everything, but... But let's try and make him a little less green. Well, this is a weird... Now I'm looking at it. Oh yes, KJ Charles was on the thread. Yes, KJ Charles was on the thread. That was excellent. Then I started reading KJ Charles books. Honeycomb has sound now. Right, and Arcraft is reviewing another soda for us, which is an organic low-sugar soda. It does not taste particularly of either ginger or orange. It also does not taste all that sweet, but rather has the sort of bitterness I associate with orange jam. Yeah, it's a marmalade drink, is what I'm hearing. Slightly weird. Yes, I've been enjoying KJ Charles books. Younger viewers, they are explicit. Your parents will not let you read them. Oh, Hannah. Yes. Just blends into the wall. Right. Be brave, Sarah. Create actual deep shadows. Arcraft's final word on the soda is perfectly serviceable but unexciting, and not something I would include in the limited amount of bottled drinks I allow myself. So a vague disappointment. So that is the history of why we've got this lovely Regency young lady pinning this gentleman to the wall. That's how that happened. You know, these things happen. And we just have to just have to accept that. Right, deep shadows, that's what I was doing. Trying to... Ah, the shading on this face is such a hot mess. I have no one to blame but myself and the lighting on this movie poster, which I don't know why I keep referencing because it's stage lighting. But that's fine. Adrenaline is having my problem, which is they say the new Courtney Milan showed up on my reader at 9:30 p.m. and I finished it at 2 a.m. Yeah, I too have been losing sleep to read books lately. Because I will start one when I've finished a bit of work already fairly late at night, and then it'll be early morning and I will have to know what happens and I will have to finish it. I got the little 1 month free subscription to Kindle Unlimited on Amazon, and then read everything in there, just all of it. That's probably not true, but it certainly felt like I read all of it. I made my best effort to get through the whole of Kindle Unlimited in 1 month. I actually have not read the new Courtney Milan, however. It's on my little sidebar waitlist of things to read. See, here's my problem. My problem is that if the lighting is sort of here, then in reality, just gonna grab a nice dark color here. In reality, sort of all of, let's see, some light would fall there, this would be in shadow, some light would fall there, but this would be in shadow. Sort of in reality, what you get is a very odd shadow map. Sort of like that. Let's say she has some cheekbones going on there. And then this dude, I mean, we kind of did that with him, though. He's kind of got this hard line here. Then she's kind of also casting a little bit of shadow. Not much. She's behind him. Shadow on the nose, on the bottom of the nose. A little bit there, but then his hair's not as floofy. And then if that's still coming down, so then this, let's see, how are we going around? So everything from this knuckle down is darker because it's wrapped around his hand, or his arm, you see. But then also kind of this underbit there. And then still coming there, we've got this bit of hand in shadow. And then this bit of hand is sort of shadowed by his body. Right, like that. Reading back because I was just ignoring a sort of a chat between Shep and Octopus Gallery about Yuletide, which I am familiar with, but it looks like other folks are chiming in on the Yuletide explanation. So let's see if we can catch up here. Ah, I see what's happening. Honeycomb is asking if there are writing exchanges that aren't fan fiction based. And Angela's Folly says, that sounds difficult to coordinate. Jack, why don't you just, you could just turn a little bit and your cute cat face would be on the camera. Let's see if I can use Zoom here to, no? I see the problem. The problem is that all we're doing is seeing more of my desk. Well. I guess we'll just have to be happy with what we've got. Anyway, back to yeah. So I think that if you were going to do a writing exchange that was not fan fiction based, it would have to be like a shared world that you were all familiar with, or you just have to give it a theme. Like what I would like is my theme. You know, like my theme would be romance with female dominance or whatever, based on the poster that I'm drawing right now, and then that would just be that would be the whole thing. You wouldn't really have the option of sort of taking someone else's character and trading fiction about it. I feel like because you'd sort of end up needing to know too much information. It's not like art trades where you can just be like, oh, this is my character, describe it, cool, I'll just draw that. Pinterest mood boards as writing prompts. Ugh, but Pinterest. Anyway. I think what I'm going to do is use this explanation of where the shadows go as a shadow layer is what's happened. I think I'm going to tidy it up and make it work. Music bot, stop talking over me. None of this mumbling. Skipping this track too. Angela's Folly says, ugh, but Pinterest is a mood board. Yeah, Unicorn Dick says Pinterest is the worst. It's true. I too feel that Pinterest has ruined the internet. I know it's popular to say that Twitter has ruined the internet, but I actually quite enjoy Twitter, and Pinterest has ruined every reference image search I've ever made since it started to exist. Octopus Guy finds Pinterest absolutely infuriating. Wheel spin for common trope inclusion. Yeah, just a random writing challenge. Random D&D characters, random story assignment, random trope. Unicorn Nuke says Twitter has the occasional amusing shenanigans. Pinterest has infinite dead links to the pictures. Yes. The most helpful internet thing I've ever learned is how to exclude Pinterest from a Google search. Oh, that was such a glorious day to realize that there was a way to just make Pinterest go away. Such a relief. Such a relief. Ooh, Adrenaline says one of the tattooists I work with has a glorious anti-Pinterest rant. I never thought about that, but I bet tattoo artists are at least as angry with Pinterest as I am. I can only imagine the people coming to them with like Pinterest mood boards for tattoos. Oh no. Nothing polishes a rant quite like having 1,000 opportunities to unleash it, says Angela's Folly. Yeah, you know, sometimes our soapbox rants are the best ones. You know, we've really taken time to refine them, work out all the details, really find the things that annoy us the most, and refine how we describe them and complain about them, how we quantify the problems. Very early on in the life of Pinterest, I actually forced people to remove my art when they posted it. Which may or may not have been the right move, but I felt good about it at the time. It's just that it could have done so much more to be sure that images were properly attributed, you know? Ooh, Adrenaline's giving us more of the poor tattoo artist's anger. So there are 3 prongs of the rant, apparently. Quote, I want this tattoo I saw on Pinterest, end quote, the reference photo problem that all artists have. I share that prong of the rant. And look, a whole bunch of my work unattributed, which is the other part of my rant. Pinterest could be doing way better at making sure that the things that people are sharing when they're art, you know, when they have a copyright, they belong to someone. They could be doing a better job of making sure that those things are attributed. And they don't. Just gonna have to... They don't. Instead, they just let it be chaos. That's not really okay. Yes, Adrenaline, thank you for asking. It is okay if you link the Instagram here. My only rules for linking in chat are as long as there's nothing explicit that would get me removed from Twitch, or that parents will yell at me for if their teens go and see it. Yeah, Adrenaline, who works at Twitch, promises not to break the Twitch terms of service, which seems fair. I feel that that's I feel that I can trust that statement somehow. Feels like probably it's a safe assumption. But also, I know that we have in chat a number of tattoo aficionados, and I like seeing tattoo artists work, so. I guess, how did we describe this the family-friendly stab that we make at things? What did I say? It's family-friendly, but our family works on a farm, works on a working farm. We're family-friendly, but we talk about entrails a lot. I don't know. It's kids gotta learn about the circle of life one day or another. We're family-friendly, but we know where the meat comes from. Let's take a glance here. Ah. Oh, that's a very... Okay, I'm just gonna pick a favorite and show, because this is a very cool style. I've always been a fan of the sort of watercolory style of tattoo coloring. Let's find a real safe image here. Let's go with this. Some orchids and watercolors. Oh, this one's a good one too. Just that sort of watercolor splash backdrop. I feel like that must be very hard to do on tattoos, but I've always thought it was extremely fun. Yeah, we're countryside family friendly. Gin. We talk about gin, we talk about entrails, and we're drawing a romance cover, but you know. Beyond that, we're fully family friendly. I'm beginning to think that what I mean when I say family friendly is just that I don't say curse words during streams unless I'm playing Bloodborne. And I've labeled that After Dark to make sure that everyone knows that the entire purpose of that stream is for me to curse loudly and frequently at Bloodborne. Yes, I won't, because I've shown that before. I've got some Zach Pinset reference for this, but we have mentioned Zach Pinset, the tailor from the UK before. You should see his Instagram. Does hand-tailored period clothes. used a bunch of reference for that when we were drawing this gentleman's outfit. Ah, yes, Adrenaline points out that those tattoos are work that will change over time pretty significantly. Yeah, the unbound sort of watercolor color. And in fact, I've heard at least one tattoo artist say that they specifically don't do that. They won't do it because of that. Because they feel it changes too significantly over time, and it's not something that they're willing to commit to a client. So, you know. But I've still always liked it. Oops. Too much. Too much on the wrong color. That's fine. I can do this. Nope. I can do... that's what I wanted to do. And then, where are we? What am I looking for? Color is what I'm looking for. Thank you. Ah, losing my mind slowly. There we go. For now, that'll do. So many layers. Right, right. Hair colors. Oh dear. Hadn't thought this through. What color is anyone's hair? Oh, Adrenaline is sharing their own tattoos with us. I say we had a long conversation about it first, when she set expectations very clearly. And yeah, if you're fine with needing additional work and expectations being set. Ooh, that is a very nice tattoo. Look at all that tiny, fine line work. Very cool. Well, that's enough putting off deciding what color people's hair are. Let's Auburn maybe. Auburn is such a hilarious trope of a hair color that I don't feel ever actually appears in real life. It sort of makes me want to do it. The lady with the auburn hair. Auntie Shepherd says, Looking at your own ink gets boring fast. So I'm just going to take that and go with it for a little while. It's interesting how quickly you get used to a thing visually about yourself. I say that because I have a fair number of piercings. And one of them is a nose ring, and I consistently forget to draw it. I forget that it's there. I forget to include it in self-portraits. If I do, I tend to put it on the wrong side because mirrors. It's fairly easy to just sort of stop thinking about something. It's just a thing that's there. So we're the tiny line work on that tattoo that Adrenaline shared with us will spread and you don't get them crisp again, but the color can be reworked. Yeah, I've got 3 in each ear, and then a nose ring, and it's just kind of... I play with the earrings, so I remember them more. Although apparently playing with earrings can freak people out, it turns out. Some people find that viscerally uncomfortable, I've learned. But the nose ring just disappears into my memory. Yeah, that's the hair color. That feels like the correct hair color. Just put this on our shadow layer. Actually, I say that. I think it may need its own shadow layer. Yes. I think auburn is... Yeah, it's right, because the only people who actually have auburn hair are romance novel heroines. And they're always feisty. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's just it is what it is. Oh no, Shep says their septum piercing is never straight the first time they take a selfie. Yeah, so I did a poll once because I was like, trying to decide if I would take my nose ring out. I forget why it came up. Possibly because I was thinking that I wanted a different one that blended better. I don't know. Anyway, I did a poll amongst friends, and one of the poll answers was, "You have a nose ring?" ? And that was an alarming number of answers. Were wait, you have a nose ring? Never noticed. So it's not a very noticeable part of my face, apparently. Shauna Serene has auburn hair. It's in the summer. We have a romance novel heroine among us. Yeah, I mean, I know that people there are people who actually have auburn hair. It's just, it's not common. It's not a common hair color. But every romance novel heroine has it. It's the hair color of romance, apparently. And I find that so amusing. Because apparently it's like the acceptable version of red. I don't know. It's like you can have red hair, but without having red hair. Angela's Folly says I have auburn hair when I have a victim or helper to assist with henna dyeing my butt length hair. Yeah, if you've got really long hair, dyeing that is quite a process. I mean, I could have auburn hair if I purchased it in a container and applied it. But I don't really like to do my own. I'll get bleached and then do my own sort of like bright hair colors. But I won't do my own bleach because the one time I tried it many years ago in college, no one told me I had blonde hair. I don't know, it's dark blonde. I always thought that it was brown. So I followed the instructions for brown hair on the box of hair dye. And instead of auburn hair, I had quite bright orange hair. Which was fine. I was in art school. Everyone assumed it was intentional, and I didn't say anything to the contrary. But it was, in fact, a mistake. Uh-oh. We've got to pull up. Oh, the raven. So here's, I like all the fun hair colors. I just feel that possibly I guess my hair is mousy brown. I don't know, dark blonde. I feel like it should be more represented in storytelling to reflect the reality of the world. See, that's the thing, Octopus Gallery. It's there's this I think it's dirty blonde is the I don't know. There's no flattering ways to describe that hair color. Some good tattoo sharing going on in chat. If you're a long-time viewer of this stream, you're familiar with Shep's tattoos because I've drawn them. Frankly, I almost have a full reference folder on my computer of just Shep's tattoos. Which is, now that I think about it, a little bit odd. Oh well. Who's gonna question me? Adrenaline is trying to grow out deep side shaves and they say they look like an angry baby bird right now. That's the most amazing descriptive image. I've been cutting my own hair, which is it's been interesting because I started with a asymmetrical sort of slightly masculine pixie cut, and that's hard to do yourself, it turns out. Bless my friend who lent me his clippers. He's never getting them back. Alright, we need some highlights. We need some nice, bright... Good. Yes, like that. Oh, we've got our favorite romance heroine is the raven-haired heroine, which it appears that it appears that like childhood me, folks got sick of people with black hair being cast as villains. But people in chat appreciate auburn, but are really more into raven tresses. I mean, you know. It's something to be said for that raven hair. Oh, Jack, don't just get up and then sit just off camera. That's hardly fair. What's up? I will pet your cat head. How about that? Sorry, I was drawing, but now I'm petting my cat. I hope that's fine. Needed to be done. Right, highlights. We were doing highlights. That's what we were doing. What is... Oh dear, Auntie Shepherd is discussing Aristophanes. Oh, see, good. Now we can all see my cat's beautiful, perfect, adorable little face. That's better. That was the wrong button. There we go. Oh dear, new poll. What's the new poll? New poll is your favorite purple synonym for eyes. Oh, I'm gonna go obscure. I'm gonna go with oculuses. Oh, see you later, Adrenaline. Thanks for stopping in. Although I did not see you say that you were leaving, so maybe chat got weird on me. Anyway. Thanks for coming and talking about tattoos with us. I've just realized that I left this arrow on all of the shadow layers. As if I couldn't remember where my own light source was. Fix that. I think pools might be my favorite pseudonym for eyes. Deep pools, limpid pools. You know. Octopus gonna decide to do that, forget my light source direction. At this point my shadows are pretty well established. It's unlikely that I'll forget. Let's do... Nope, not on that layer. erasing that earring color because I want there we go. To match, the earring matches the wallpaper. It's weird, but what can you do? Ooh, limpid pools. Yes, limpid pools. Mirrors to the soul. Yeah. Windows to the soul. We can go for quite some time. All right. Second important question is what color is his hair? He could have raven tresses. He could also be blonde. He could have golden tresses. He obviously can't also be a redhead. That's a bit. That would be a bit silly. Just. I'll just color it in and see how I feel after I've put in a little bit of effort. Angel's Fossils can't have them looking related. Yeah, definitely not. It's not that kind of romance novel. Oh yes, a romance novel eyes are always the color of stormy skies or clear blue skies or deep green pools or amber or gold or maybe coffee or chocolate. Blue eyes are always clear. Brown eyes are always rich and dark. Oh my goodness, it's gin time, and we have a gin tasting set from a Bavarian distillery called The Duke, which is sort of perfect, our craft, sort of perfect. And we got Munich dried gin, rough, and wanderlust. I think I'll let chat discuss among themselves what's the appropriate. I'm not feeling the blonde. I don't know. Maybe it's the combination. But I don't know. I mean, obviously it needs to have a shadow going on here, but just not sure I'm feeling it. Give him black hair, says chat. Raven tresses. Raven, okay. Raven tresses it is. the hapless hero of his own gothic romance. Except that he's not the one in charge. Now there's a fun quirk on a gothic romance. The male lead is, in fact, still, as is classically depicted, the monster, the madman in the castle. But he's also not the romantic aggressor of the story. Mitch UK wants to swap hair colors. It's too late for that. I'm not willing to redo her hair. So I'm afraid that we're just gonna have to let the gentleman be dark. Oh, that's right, he is a silk in our chat fiction. Maybe she frees him from his capture. Returns his skin to him. Oh goodness, there's other gin from the Breaks Distillery, which is the winter gin, summer love, and the 4 elements set: air, water, earth, and fire. I'm feeling like perhaps Auntie Shepherd is right, and rough. Yeah, I'm a little bit stuck on the rough gin. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Are we gonna? Not purple, obviously. Gotta give some highlights here. Yes, I know his lips still need color. I got distracted. I'm trying to set the base colors of things, but I keep getting distracted with the details. I'm trying to behave and come up with a basic color palette for the whole image. But I keep getting excited. About the little things. Keep wanting to just, you know, just add the little details. Okay. Getting there. Oh, it looks so much darker on one screen than the other. How odd. It's fine. It's fine. We can make that. Nope. I'm using one screen as a way to test the other. No, I'm gonna leave it that sort of brown for now. Rough it is, says Arcraft. I'm gonna take a very short break to make some more tea because I am starting to feel my voice go scratchy. So I'm gonna put up my little break banner. Break time. And make some tea. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. While I'm gone, feel free to discuss amongst yourselves the nature of this raven-haired, silky, and auburn lady, and their gothic romance. Starting you off, Angela's Folly says, the Lord's late wife locked his sealskin in a hidden trunk. The new governess granted him release and bound him again in chains of a different make. Oh, very good. Very good. And when I get back, I will read the Arcraft's excellent gin review out loud for you all. I will see you in a few minutes. and break time is over. Put some honey in my tea, and now I am back to save my voice. OBS wants me to update. OBS, I'm doing a thing. I'm busy. I'm literally streaming right now. Let's see, where are we? The rough gin. So the thing about the distillery is that since Bavaria has a big beer tradition, they use hops and malt as botanicals. The rough gin is a sort of back to the roots variety that goes very heavy on the juniper and has only 5 botanicals in total. They are juniper hops, malt, coriander, and orange peel. Is malt a botanical? I ask you. Bunny Dreadful says OBS tried to update right as my stream started. Yeah, I came back from break and there was a pop-up that was like, OBS would like to update. And I'm like, OBS, I'm busy. Malt equals barley. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, it's like, but maybe not now, OBS. Maybe. Jack, I have a video camera for you, and you've moved to the other side of me. I think it's probably too warm for you. Let's turn off your empty cat bed video. He's behind me now, and I'm poking his tummy. As you do. And it's very cute, and I'm sorry that you can't see it on the video. Back to chill coloring. Yeah, I was still awake last night when Twitter became an adventure. And it was quite disruptive to my work schedule, I must say. But what can you do? So yes, rough gin, juniper hops, malt, coriander, and orange peel. And yeah, it's been a wild Twitter ride. It was only 10:30 here in California when Twitter started its wild ride. So it wasn't just Twitter. It was like real life, like actual local friends were also participating in the wild ride. It was quite the thing. Quite the thing that happened. Arcraft says that you can malt a lot of grains, but in this case it's almost certainly barley, yes. Bunny Dreadful, I did design the wallpaper pattern. I'm glad you like it. We've been telling a story of a Selkie to ourselves, and so that's we've got a little shield. I think there's somewhere on here I have a version that's oh, it's over there. Somewhere on here I have a version that's just, yeah, that's the untilted version. Oh Lord, I have to minimize so many things to make that clear. Where can I put this that'll be at all visible? That's the original unskewed version of the wallpaper. that away. Yeah, I can't imagine choosing to wake up to the middle of that, like choosing to check that, just like, oh, it's like in the middle of the night, I'll just see what's happening. Oh, everything is happening. It was, weirdly far too normal for 2020. Sort of exactly what, like, oh, this is, it turns out exactly what I expected. Timing and everything. Arcraft says I missed it because I was exhausted from work. Do I want to know what happened? Well, Arcraft, at 12:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the President of the United States tweeted that he had COVID. Just, that was how it was announced. It was announced by the President tweeting it in the middle of the night. And as you can imagine, Twitter lost its mind. Michiki says allegedly, which is part of how Twitter lost its mind. The conspiracy theories are astonishing. But he did post a letter from his doctor also, which is a whole anyway. It was a mess. It continues to be a mess. And it was posted without context, further update, or fanfare in the middle of the night. Which, I think we can all agree is a little bit odd. But exactly what you expect from this administration. A situation that prompted me to ask, what happens if there are no presidential candidates in November? Just idle curiosity. So, you know, that's a thing that happened that was impossible to ignore. As I'm sure you can imagine. It just, it certainly colored the rest of Twitter for the night. Let's put it like that. Oh no, Arcraft suggests that if that happens, we default back to the Queen, and then that will move us on to a commentary about British politics. UK politics is also quite a mess. So, there's that. Anyway, what did I name this stream? I'm pretty sure I named this stream Less News, More Relaxing, didn't I? Yeah, that's right. That's, as I recall, I suggested that possibly Possibly we should relax with this nice art stream. Don't make me break out a distracting poll, says Hannah. Yes. Why don't I have a Jin review voice? I don't know. What should my Jin review voice be? I have a Mr. Natural voice. I have a couple of silly voices. I don't have a Jin review voice. One has never occurred. Artcraft also says that I'm pretty sure Beamer could take the corgis, which I think is probably true. Jin review voice. What should my Jin review voice be? I could do this. I could pretend to be British, but badly. Upper class, bad British accent voice. I feel like if Mr. Natural gets a voice, Jin reviews should. It's fair, but see, the Mr. Natural voice came about instinctively. You know, I just instinctively said Mr. Natural. It just happened that way. Artcraft, I'm not sure if I've said this before, but I can't do a German accent. When I attempt to do a German accent, I almost immediately just swing hard Russian. I don't know. I start in German, and then almost immediately I just drift eastward. I don't know why. Possibly I just haven't heard enough German accents to hold one properly in my memory. Everything always ends up sounding Russian, eventually. Oh no, Artcraft says, I mean, I was once told I speak German with an American accent, so who knows? But you're German. What happened? What? Oh dear. We've somehow corrupted your accent from across the ocean. Oh, Shep says I feel like like young Lord Seeley there should have a colorful waistcoat and coat. Yeah, I mean, I think he can't be that subdued. I don't know how we have to kind of stick with the color palette. We don't want to go too far afield. But we don't want it to be just black. We don't want to. In my opinion, let's just have a unpopular historic opinion. My unpopular historic opinion is that Beau Brummel ruined men's clothes for multiple generations, centuries even. Yep, purple. We've got purple. To be fair, it's sort of there's the red auburn hair is kind of the complementary color of the teal walls. So there's that's always a possibility. But yeah, personally feel that Beau Brummel ruined the fun of men's clothes for those poor men for decades and decades. Ooh, burgundy. Burgundy's got potential. Purple, burgundy. We could always go with a nice oops, not that layer. Where even are we? Where's our collar? There's a we could always make him just fully blend into the wall. Nice green waistcoat. He should have a little crest on pin in his lapel. I think his maybe a little flat. I don't know. I think his lapel is fine. I'm not sure what the double flag things. Oh, the pirate emoji. What sheep? Oh, I have to announce a sheep race now. Oh my goodness. Well, Japan sheep just didn't even get out of the starting gate. Meanwhile, checkered flag sheep ran a little ways and got distracted by some grass in the corner. So really what we have is a race between gay pride sheep and pirate sheep. It's a pretty close race, with pirate sheep probably playing dirty, currently in the lead. But gay pride rainbow sheep really clinging on, trying to make up the difference. We're at the halfway point of the race, and at the halfway point, gay pride sheep takes the lead from pirate sheep. Jumps ahead by a few lengths. Not a commanding lead, but certainly a decent one that is growing as apparently gay pride sheep really hits their stride. It's worth pointing out that gay pride sheep's pronouns are they and them. Oh goodness, Japan has joined the race. Someone felt sorry for Japan, and now Japan sheep is Kobe sheepsteak. Oh no, now Japan sheep is really making their way. I know I said it was the halfway point, but I was fully lying. Apparently, we're just at the first quarter mile. So I'm gonna leave your commentary off and return to Jin, where I try and figure out what Jin voice you want. I've been listening to audiobooks about British people, so possibly what you'll get is a bad, posh British accent. It's just maybe what happens. I apologize to the very German Artcraft for that eventuality. But you don't want to hear my German accent. Like I said, it just becomes Russian. I don't even know what that accent was. Artcraft does not, as such, know what juniper tastes like. To be fair, I'm not sure I know as such what juniper tastes like either. I don't know that there is a non-gin method of tasting juniper. Not sure. My assumption is that juniper tastes like juniper smells, which is sort of evergreen, if you will. I'm just sitting here holding tea. I'm not even drawing anymore. I've got a poll open. I'm holding tea. I'm reading chat. Well, it looks like we're now at the halfway point of the sheep race, and it looks like checkered flag sheep continues to graze. A pirate sheep has become winded and fallen back. However, Japan sheep, with its very late start, seems to have fully joined the race and is now neck and neck with gay pride in an attempt to hold the lead. Arcraft says, this gin has a very dominant taste, which I would assume is juniper. It makes sense. That is meant to be the dominant flavor of gin. Octopus Gallery says that it's piney. Tastes piney. Oh no, neck and neck with gay pride, says Honeycomb, bumper sticker slogan. I had not thought of that, but yeah, that's, well, you know. So a very juniper heavy gin. Sheep, gay pride sheep still leading the pack of sheep. Two sheep running a pack, the herd still, yes, herd, still leading the herd is the more appropriate term for that. I'm gonna see if we can't, on his vest to kind of match her earring is the thing. Because I sort of did that pearlescent, not pearlescent, iridescent is the word I was looking for. Sort of wallpaper matching earring. So I feel like maybe I'll just do that with the vest as well. I know that it's a little bit less, it blends more than it stands out, but there's something pleasant about matching the room you're in. I don't know, I might change it. I might change it later. But for now, the idea amuses me. Just make the shadows sort of more green. No, too gray. Yeah, kind of a little bit too green. That's better. Right, gin. So yes, a very straightforward gin. Not many subtleties, as befits a gin bearing the name Rough. On a bandolier across its label. I did not look at the bottle image. A bandolier across its label. That's gotta be quite the thing. Is there? Nope. There's not a convenient image on my Twitter feed. It's probably a link in chat that I forgot to click. Is that the green they made with arsenic? Says Jabberwocky Pie. That is a good question. The answer is possibly yes. We're coming into the final stretch of the sheep race, and it is much the same, neck and neck, Japan and gay pride. The rainbow flag bearing sheep retains its slim lead. Their slim lead. I apologize. I did give you their pronouns, didn't I? And the lead holds. It's a fight. It's a fight between Japan and gay pride. Sheep, not the ideals, just the sheep. The sponsored sheep, I guess. I don't know how one ends up with a sponsor in the sheep race. I don't know what the rules are. It's a very close race, but the devoted fans of rainbow flag sheep are holding their lead now in the final lengths of the sheep race. Meanwhile, gin. It would probably make a good base gin if you want to experiment with adding your own botanicals, says Arcraft. A fancy gin and tonic, perhaps? A rough gin and tonic? Oh, there is the image of the, Oh, stop asking me questions in German. What? No. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Just bring that up. And Gay Pride Sheep wins. With Auntie Shepherd contributing a commanding 1,324 channel points to that race. Let's hear it for Gay Pride Sheep, the victor of the sheep race poll. And let's look at this hilarious red stamped rough bandolier across this otherwise very normal bottle of gin. The scarlet label, if you will. Goodness. Oh, that's right. There are channel seeds, and I keep meaning to change the little icon, so there's a little seed icon, and I keep forgetting that that's a thing I can do. A birch. I'm gonna have birch. What? Birch is a color. What is a birch? Birch is birch. A birch coat, like a birch color. What is? Just googling birch trees now. Okay, so like it's a cream kind of. Oh no. Auntie Shepherd says, so this other streamer I watched made the tragic error of having each cheer available for 1 bit. Play a witch's cackle. Yeah, I've avoided making anything that actually plays audio or interferes in any way with the stream that is under the control of anyone watching. Sorry, friends. I love you. I do. But I don't really want you to have that power. Oh no, and then he played a horror game, says Arcraft. This is it's getting worse and worse. It's fine. If I need to get my revenge for anything, I can always just leave things eyes blank to frighten Shep. Yeah, I'm enjoying the waistcoat that matches the wall. I don't know, it feels sort of iridescent. Like oh, what's it called? I think it's called shot silk, where it's 2 colors in the different lights. Maybe that's the word. Oh no! Continuation of the bits playing song. Bits playing songs. Like Alexandra, it says she has. Yeah, like oh, I'll look up the silk in a minute. Taffeta. It's like taffeta. It's like shot taffeta. I don't know. One moment. I'll read the end of the witch cackling story, which is that Shep says, poor dude was trying to wrap up the stream, and at the end we discovered we could derail his train of thought for 1 bit. I'll be honest, it was good fun. See, I know better than to give anyone that power. Although I do want to do another stream where Shep attempts to narrate my drawing based on absolutely no planning, knowledge, or input from me. That was fun for me. I don't know if it was fun for everyone else, but I certainly had fun. Not sure how anyone else felt about it, but it was entertaining for me. Oh no, Michi UK says that as of the crossword stream this morning, the streamer had not altered the bit cost. Goodness. And back to the gin. I'm working on a gin voice. I'm workshopping a gin voice. Arcraft says, I would normally say that I would buy a full-size bottle of this to have a fairly neutral gin on the shelf, but and then there is a helpless gesture towards piles of gin bottles, because apparently we've ruined our craft. So much so that my mom, who watches this stream, although not necessarily live, but eventually, is starting to worry about all of the gin that our craft is buying. So remember, if you enjoy our craft's gin reviews, care of this stream when I read them out loud, you can donate to our craft's gin fund. Rick's Gin Fund, I believe, is the Ko-fi. There it is, Rick's Gin Fund. You can donate a couple of dollars to that if you enjoy these gin reviews, so that our craft can continue to purchase gin and amuse us in chat. Angela's Fly says, shot textiles are so pretty, implying that I was correct in the term that I used. I thought I was. I'm glad someone Googled it. And yes, it's the contrasting color used in the warp and weft, which means that it kind of changes in different lights, and it's really cool. Ooh, Changeant is another name for that? That I did not know. Was not aware. So yes, as we were saying, if you enjoy my voice reading our craft's gin reviews, then don't forget to donate to Rick's Gin Fund. Nerdling365, oh no, you did. You literally just missed the gin review. I am so sorry. What I should do is highlight them. Later so that people can go back and listen to them. Although I'm not good at staying on topic, so I'm not certain there's a gin review that isn't shot through with other commentary. But yes, also, if you follow me, Nerdling365 on Twitter, which is Sarah with T, Artcraft will either reply to my tweet or tag me from the stream. He has been with the recent gin reviews, so they will end up on Twitter. So you will not have lost the opportunity to find out what rough gin is like. Yes, that is the problem. Artcraft says that the gin reviews tend to be sort of smeared across the stream, so the highlights tend to be lengthy. Yes, I have a tendency to wander in between, and so does Artcraft. So they sort of take up a significant portion of time in little bits. Angela's Fuss, Artcraft could open a private tasting room with that growing collection. I mean, I assume that a significant portion of them are small bottles of like sample tasting. so that it's not, you know, a hilariously large amount of gin. Yeah, spread across 45 minutes, not necessarily a highlight so much as a third of the stream, a recurring theme, if you will. It's fine. It's fine. You can read the gin review on Twitter, although you won't get to hear me workshopping my gin review voice because chat wanted to know why I have a voice for my Photoshop brushes, but not for my gin reviews. And I tried to explain that they just happen; they aren't planned. Oh, narrative voice. Yeah, a narrator voice. It was a hilariously large amount of gin. Once, our craft led a relatively normal life. The relatively normal size of liquor cabinet. But then he found his calling, which was apparently to review specifically gin for the internet. Hey, Bleach Kitty. Look at you watching my stream. Sorry, I always react weirdly when someone I actually know shows up. Just like, hey, look at that. My friends watch me on the internet. Yeah, the Rod Sterling voice is like, there's like an old announcer voice. And I've always kind of wanted to like be able to do the old announcer voice from the radio, but I'm not that good at it. And there's a cadence to it that's just, I don't know. I read up in chat to see that all caps Auntie Shepherd said, "Oh Jesus, I thought that was a mouse, but it's a freaking enormous spider." Well, that's a startling discovery. Our craft says I have the Duke gins as a tasting set, and 6 of the Breaks gins are tasting bottles, and one of those is a double with one of each full-size bottles I bought because I guess I can't read. These things happen. Ugh. Smoke in the air, honey in my tea, to try and make my voice work. Birch was the color we talked about for this jacket, and I say we, I mean Shauna Serene over and over again, and I feel like, given that was such a strong opinion, birch is the correct choice. But as far as I can tell, birch is just, you know, cream. Oh, I've been given a paint swatch. I think a paint swatch. Yeah, cream. I was fully correct. I was fully correct about the color that is birch. Too pink. Like that. Yes. Never let it be said that I didn't allow the strongest opinion in chat to prevail on the jacket color. Birch it is. The continuation of our craft story. Anyway, at one point, a few years ago, I was at 13 bottles of Scotch whiskey, so this is not a new problem as such. If anything, friends, I feel like we should be looking at this as a solution. Now, all of those gin have a purpose. Oh, Nerdland365 says a nice cream color to highlight the poor man's virtue. Yeah, there we go. It might be too light. We'll see how it goes. As I said, I don't want to make it dark, like navy or black, because, as previously mentioned, I still believe Beau Brummel ruined men's fashion. It's just a thing. It's just a thing I feel happened. Although, oh no. I forgot these were all in one layer. Let's not ruin that. Although he does have raven tresses, as we pointed out. So. Although the birch and the dark hair also goes really well with the Selkie theme. So, I'm also not sure it works with the color of the waistcoat, but I'm willing to test it. Then I'm willing to put it on its own layer and change it over and over again. Also, we will be wrapping up in about another 15 minutes. We started late. We'll go a little bit late. But we're almost at our 3 hours. Oh, a nice dub gray would be fun. More yellowish cream. We don't want to make him look jaundiced. Not sure that his skin tone is quite right for a more yellow. Although he's fairly swarthy. Is that the word? I've never been fully clear on what swarthy means. I think it means dark, which I mean slightly incorrect in this case. I tried to make him kind of red, but the whole thing is a little bit tinted with the green of the wall. You know. According to the internet, dark skin. Thank you, Bleach Kitty. That's kind of what I thought. But people have a tendency, I feel, to use it incorrectly in various situations. Huh. Interestingly, the rough gin is the lowest alcohol of the 3 Duke gins at 42%. Well, that doesn't feel very rough, does it? That was the... Right, where... Wand tool. Where are you? There you are. I feel like we'll just take this and put it on its own layer. And then, I don't know. Whoa, that was the incorrect choice, but no. The cream does not work. I feel like that's... a fair... fair admission. Navy blue. Well, let's do some planning here, because we still need to give her a dress outfit. And in the movie poster, it's all kind of the same color. Like, everything's kind of the same green tinted color. So let's you can't see me covering, definitely not. Just experimenting. Oh, not mauve. Good lord. And burgundy, which they will say clashes with her hair, perhaps. Yeah, the thing about purple is that it just doesn't match the color palette, really. Well, maybe. Maybe we can make purple work. Maybe make it a little bit redder. A little bit darker. A violet. A violet could work. A dark violet. A dark violet riding dress. Riding habit, I guess, is the word. And then there was, oh, let's see. Nerdling 365 sees her in a deep, rich emerald dress. The thing about emerald is that, hang on, is that it's gonna look just not ideal next to teal. If you go too green next to the teal, it's gonna be not ideal, you see. But I'm liking the violet for her. I agree that she feels like she needs to be in a rich, deep color. For obvious reasons. Makes perfect sense from a characterization standpoint. Oh no, not ideal. Puns have started. But I feel like the purple is good. And in fact, I'll be honest, now I think the cream and the purple is quite nice, and I think it's his waistcoat that's the problem. Yeah, I think the jacket and the skirt would be the same color. From the images, they're sort of the same piece, almost. From a reference, hang on, I'll pull out some riding habit reference. Got this was my main reference for what I was going for. This particular one. Was where I was taking, oops. I accidentally hit it. This is where I was kind of taking a lot of the shape reference. So that's sort of where it started anyway. Where it ended up, who can say? But the purple sort of encloses him nicely. And the cream highlights his position, and also metaphorically highlights his position, if you will. If you'll allow the double entendre. Nerling says, is it just me or is the violet helping the cream jacket work better? Yes. Yes, the having the dark violet helps the cream jacket make sense. In a compositional sense, it means that that what you're getting is the strongest light and dark contrast right here, where their bodies come together. So your eye will always be drawn to that center, to that grip on his arm, which is quite nice and appropriate for the theme. So yeah, it is in fact helping the cream jacket work better in context. And these things happen. That's kind of why I wanted to get her color in there, just to see how they worked together. So now our problem. Let's see if we can fix our problem with this. Probably not. But we can always try. I'm gonna be honest, there's something weirdly pleasing about that. It's too much, but that has potential. Oh, wait, -143. Okay, remember that, because I don't actually want to change the color of the cravat, and I forgot they were on the same layer. But you know how it is. I'm gonna Was it 140? I mean, that's got potential. Tweak it a little bit. Yes, autumn colors, says Angela's Volley. Yes, autumn colors. Still a little bit. Oops. Still a little bit. Yeah. I'm fiddling a little too much. The problem is it kind of clashes with her hair. It's just the problem that I'm having. Like without her hair, it works nicely. But then when you add her hair in, there's a color clash. It does make them pop in the background, which is Nerdling365 points out, which is yes, good. Could have his vest just match her hair. Or go back to something like blue. Play up the silkiness. You know? Yeah, the color of the wallpaper is going to stay because it's the overwhelming color of the original movie poster, and I want that callback. I started with the color of the wallpaper for that reason, that I wanted to have that sort of specific reference to the movie poster, because it affects the color of the whole poster, and it's hilariously specific. And teal. So teal. Yeah, he fades more into the background with the blue. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, chat, I've got one eye closed, I'm leaning way back in my chair, and I'm watching the colors change as I undo and redo my changes, in the hopes that it will convince me. Not blue. The slight clash with her hair, or the match. For now we'll match her hair. For now we will accept the strangeness. Also, we're gonna do her glove in this same color. For reasons. We can always darken her gloves later, but I don't know, something about it makes me want them to be sort of a nice cream. It speaks of like the wealth to keep your gloves clean, as it were. As I've done that, I take it back because it draws far too much attention to that hand. Well, I don't know, maybe not too. We do want the riding crop to be a part of the image, but I think maybe a gray, a dove gray instead. Keep things a little bit this way. They each have color elements that call to each other. Yeah. Okay, let's try to have those things. We're gonna need to redo this riding crop. I don't know what color riding crops actually are, but it's not this gray. What color are his breeches? I think his breeches are obviously this, but darker. That feels like the answer to that question. What layer is anything on right now? There. That color? Maybe darker. Because I might use the breeches color on the glove. Because I feel like it's a little bit too bright. But I like that. I like what Nerdling365 said. Which is them having color elements that call to each other. Making them a clear pair, if you will. Making sure that each have elements of their outfits that call to the other. This feels like it's probably a better color for the glove. Yeah, still pops, but not as much. Don't want it to be the thing that draws the most attention. You want it to kind of be the second glance. The subtle, oh, look at that moment. Ah, Nerdling365 finally using the color theory from high school painting classes. Yeah, color theory is important. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that a costuming department would think of. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about the color as it is. Let's go up to our top layers here and go back to our sort of our shadow map and do another shadow layer. So you've got some sort of especially deep shadow here. And then you've got, this is mostly in shadow, but that's got a highlight. This is in shadow. This is not in shadow because we're coming from above, so. Oops. So actually, shadows are here on those folds. Oops. There. Kind of coming to meet these folds on this side because again it's coming from above. But this way, so not as much shadow there as there would be on this side. Quite a lot of shadow here. Auntie Shepherd says sufficiently developed artistic skills indistinguishable from magic. Look, you know enough information, and then you can cast the right spells. Oh, I should have stirred this tea. There's quite a lot of honey in the bottom. And then there's the fact that this leg is definitely pushing forward. The shadow of the arm here combined with more drapery. Shadow of the hand and the crop. Again combined with more drapery. And then not a lot of shadow there because again, light coming there. Just a little bit of shadow in the folds. Let's see, like coming that way, so this side, the knuckles, shadow, other side, light. Then we've got the fact that she is casting a shadow on him, not so much on his shoulder, just a little bit on his shoulder. But then here, as she reaches over, and then his arm is casting that shadow there. But then we have her hands on his arm here. I want to make sure that we can get these folds into a sufficiently clear visual. He is casting a shadow on his own arm here. Not a whole lot of one, just a little. Shadow from above. Like that. Then here's the trick. Essentially, all of this is in shadow. Essentially, no light is being cast. Or no hard direct light is being cast on basically any of this. It's going to get probably some light right around here. The rest, just fully in shadow. Because of the way he's standing, the angle, the way she is leaning over him. Just all in shadow. Just clean that up. Soften the edges of these shadows here. And then again, his body, because the light is here, this is basically also all in shadow. I tried to sort of do shadow. We'll do like we'll just deepen the shadow here. I tried to already shadow his cravat, etc. So actually, yeah, also in shadow. And where else do we need some additional? Just gonna sort of do a bit of a cast shadow thing there. Okay. That. It's steeper. There we go. Chat has gone quiet as the shading intensifies. It's true. Angela's follows. It looks just a little like he has a thin lip lining mustache, and I'm coming to terms with my lack of offense over it. So... shadows. And then I think I might also add the color. Just a bit. Just so that it feels there we go. Obviously we still have to do shading on the wall. You know what? While we're here, because we're about to wrap up, because I went longer than I meant to, because I got wrapped up in things. Just too orange. Hang on. What? That's the color I actually need. There we go. Does kind of look like he has a tiny little mustache. Fait accompli says the wallpaper is gorgeous and I assume he's gonna get arsenic poisoning. Yeah, we've already looked it up. This is the correct color for. Oops, that's the wrong. Where's the lady? There's the lady. This is the color of arsenic poisoning. Is indeed. Right. File is saved. Leaning right against the danger zone. Yep. File is saved. We're gonna set it like this. Not fully done, but some good progress has been made. Everything is saved, everything is safe. The file is fine. It's almost 7 o'clock. We were supposed to go from 3 to 6. So, let's start to wrap it up. Feeling good about the purple. Nice little autumnal color palette on top of this hilarious teal arsenic wallpaper. Obviously we haven't finished the background. There's that doorway that we've been ignoring. There's the riding crop. But we're getting there. And thanks for your suggestions. We've got this lovely quote birch jacket, which turns out to work quite nice next to a violet riding habit. And our gloves and breeches match, as do our vests and hair, because if you're gonna have an assignation, you should dress to be a couple. On that note, do the usual wrap up. Thanks for coming to Friday Tea Time. Promise I'll workshop that gin review voice, and we'll come up with something. Maybe I'll listen to the old Sherlock Holmes radio drama, because they've got a repeating wine ad. What is it? I don't remember the name, but it's a California wine company, and that's their essential sponsor. And there's always that pause for the sponsorship ad in old radio dramas. Hope that you've enjoyed turning the worst thriller poster in the world into an excellent historical romance cover. It's about done. Probably won't do another stream of just this, because I feel like we're close enough now that it's just touch-ups and extra background bits. I am sorry, Arcraft, that you had a miserable week, and I'm glad that this has cheered you up. Thank you for the gin review. Fait accompli, if you follow me on Twitter at SarahWithT, I always tweet when I start a stream. I tweet a link when I go live. So if you are consistently missing streams but would like to catch them, that is the best way to know when they've started. So yeah, just the crop and background bits. We're almost done. If you enjoy watching me stream, there's a couple of ways you can help support the stream. The first and my favorite way is you could join the Patreon. Patreon.com/SarahWithT. It's, I always have you put it in chat, but there's been a banner on the top of my stream literally the whole time that has the link in it. And I just stopped seeing it somehow. But if you look at the top banner, there it is, my website, my Patreon, my Twitter. Join the Patreon. There are 3 tiers, different prices, different rewards. If you just like this stream, maybe you watch sometimes, maybe you don't want to join the Patreon, maybe you just have a few bucks extra this week, there's the Ko-fi, kofi.com/SarahWithT for a one-time donation. I really appreciate those as well. They're really, really helpful, and it means that you don't have to sign up for a repeating monthly thing. And last, of course, you can subscribe on Twitter, which will get you access to Twitter. You can subscribe on Twitch, which will give you access to all of the emotes that people use, that you can also buy with channel points. It's true, Arcraft, people cannot click the banner. Thank you for putting the link in the chat. I think it's also below, yes. Below the stream, there's a schedule and the Ko-fi and the patron, and I think, yeah, there's a link to the YouTube channel. Eventually, old streams end up on the YouTube channel. It's just an archive. But if you wanted to check an old stream and it's gone from Twitch, don't forget there is a YouTube archive of those. I swear one day I'll consolidate the closing statement to my streams and sign off with some sort of flair and professionalism. But until then, I'm going to meander through all of the self-promotion at a random pace until I finally arrive at this. Oh, hello, Evolve. Been lurking. Wanted to thank me for the company. Thank you. That's a good thing. We'll just shout out at the end here. Everybody who watches but does not comment in chat. That's cool. You don't have to talk. You don't have to be a part of the chat to enjoy the stream. Thank you for watching, even if you aren't chatting to us all while we do it. I personally mostly watch streams without chatting because that's easier to do. So, I see you. Thank you for joining us. And yes, as our crab says, thank you to chat for always being great company, for encouraging our craft's gin habit, for helping me make choices about art, for being a part of the stream. I wouldn't have anything to talk about if you didn't talk back to me, because I'm not that good at monologuing. I figure I could do about half an hour of monologue and then I'd probably run out of random topics to bring up. Or it'd go dark. One of those two things would happen. Remember that you can follow Rcraft on Twitter as well, or you can check me to see gin reviews posted on Twitter after the stream. And I think that's about all the business we've got. Hope everyone has a good Friday night and a great weekend. This week has been a week. Many things have happened. Twitter will talk about them, so we don't have to. But as always, stay safe. Try and stay well. Try and make the world a better place. And I'll see you on Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time for the Monday evening stream. Until then, thanks for joining me. And good night.